This is what I wish people with ADHD knew before they see their therapist. When I was young, ADHD was a part of my life. My parents didn't call it that. Of course, they said I was a hyperactive child. And the schools wanted very much, when I was in kindergarten, grades 1 and 2, they wanted to put me on drugs. And my parents said, hell no, no way, you're not doing that to my child. And thankfully, they didn't. Now, instead, what they did is they kept telling me that my brain was a superpower, that, I could do whatever I wanted. I have control of whatever I want to do. And so for my entire life, I knew that my brain moved faster than everybody else's, that it worked differently than everybody else's. But instead of thinking that it was broken, I thought it was fantastic that I had a superpower because my parents never once told me that all the schools thought my head was broken. Now, it turns out growing into an adult, it's helped me. It's helped me to find incredible success. The ADHD itself did, because I turned it into a superpower. I turned my need to focus, my ability to focus in surroundings with a lot of noise and so on and so forth, as a power, which a lot of people don't experience, right? A lot of people who have ADHD shut themselves down. But in reality, it's a superpower because what we can do is we can focus on a project with a whole pile of noise around us. And it helps us actually, the noise around us actually helps us to make it easier and better for us. So we can succeed at that task because of the noise around us. It's helping our brain because our brain has to be 100% active at all times. Right. So we need, if the task that we're doing in front of us is not taking up our entire brain power, we need that background noise in order to keep our brain moving and going forward. Now, the same is true that if we're taking on a task that we aren't very good at, that we're just learning for the first time, that's when we have to use our entire brain. And so therefore we can't have noise around us. We have to have it quiet, very, very silent. But when you know this about yourself, when you know that that's your ability, most people don't have that ability to laser focus the way ADHD does and how we do it. And so I already know I've trained my brain how to sleep by having background noise. I use white noise in my background so I get great sleeps at night. I know how to allow myself to work during the day because I understand how my brain works. So if you understand how ADHD works, you can actually use it for a power. You can use it for good. What you're failing to understand is that your brain is actually a super weapon. It's a superpower, if you will. And all you need to do is learn how to navigate it. So if you can figure that out, you've got control of everything. So do that. And how do you how do you figure out how to navigate it? Well, you realize what sets you off. When you're getting set off, you figure it out. Like I said, your brain needs certain times of, if you need to use your brain in superpower mode, in that 100% mode, you need to have complete silence around you. Know this about yourself. Use it to your advantage. ADHD is not a death sentence. It's not a reason to stop working. ADHD is your power. You've got an incredible brain. Basically, what's happening is that your brain is a 2.0 in a 1.0 computer. That's basically what's happening. So you just need to upgrade your stuff, upgrade your mind, get it there. If you need to use hypnosis for that, that's what I did. I used some hypnosis to help guide me to understand, to get it under control, if you will, because the anxiety that comes with some of the ADHD was hard for me to manage, but I got that under control. So if you can work with your mind, you could see your superpowers and you can understand that why you were gifted this. It's not a curse, you guys. It's a gift to have ADHD. You have abilities that normal people do not have. Figure out your abilities and roll with it, babe. So I really urge everybody on this sites that we see all the time where they're all talking negatively about ADHD and how their lives are over, or they struggle so hard. Really, you don't have to struggle. You just have to turn your ADHD into your power, understand what your habits and rituals are, and then use them for good. Use them for your power. That's what I do. I know where my limitations are. I know exactly what I need to do, and I go for it. Don't let ADHD be your excuse to fail. That's all I'm saying.